So in this last method that we address is the pairwise comparison method. The idea is to compare each individual candidate to every other candidate in a head-to-head comparison. The candidate with the most number of higher ranking votes is awarded a point. If there happens to be a tie, then each candidate is awarded half a point. Eventually, the candidate with the most points wins the election. So here we have the following table shows the preference table for an election with 5 candidates, P, Q, R, S, and T. Determine which candidate wins the election using the pairwise comparison method. Now this preference table is the same preference table that we used in the previous example, the plurality with elimination method, except this time we're going to use the pairwise comparison method. So what we want to do is we want to pair up each individual candidate with every other candidate, and we need to know how many comparisons that's going to be. So the way we determine that is we use this equation here, this formula n for the number of candidates, times n minus 1, and then we divide it by 2. We have 5 candidates, P, Q, R, S, and T, so that's going to be 5 times 5 minus 1, that's 4. We divide that by 2. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 divided by 2, that's 10. So there's going to be 10 comparisons that we're going to have to make. So I'm just going to write them down here. We'll start with P. We're going to compare candidate P, and I just put down V, P versus candidate Q. So we're going to compare P to Q, and then P to candidate R, P to candidate S, and then compare P to candidate T. Then we do Q, compare them to R, compare Q to candidate S, and then Q to candidate T, then R, S, R compared to candidate T, and then finally we compare candidate S to candidate T. And there should be 10 comparisons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we've got all the comparisons. Now, if you recall from the previous example, there are 29 votes cast here. I'm just going to write it right here, 29. And once a candidate reaches a majority of 15 or more, that candidate beats the other candidate. So we'll be looking for that. So now we go through each column here and see where one candidate is ranked higher than the other candidate, how many times that occurs. So what I like to do is, since we're comparing P versus Q, I just go ahead and look where P is ranked higher than Q. Not here, Q is ranked higher than P. It doesn't occur here, Q is ranked higher than P. Here P is higher than Q, so P gets 7 of these ballots. P is ranked higher than Q for this next column. There's 3 more, that's 10. Q is ranked higher than P here. P is ranked higher than Q here, so we have 7 and 3, that's 10, and 5, that's 15. And 15 is a majority. That means Q got the other 14, but 15 had more higher ranking votes than Q. So then we just say that P, in a head-to-head ranking with Q, beats out Q, so we just award a point. I just put a check mark next to P. Now, we don't have to worry about a tie occurring since we have an odd number of votes here, so it's not possible to have a tie. But if there were 30 votes, it is possible that both P and Q have the same amount of rankings, so then we would just wind up giving each candidate a half a point. But we don't have to worry about that for this circumstance here. So now I go through and I compare P to candidate R. I'll do the same thing. I'll see where P is higher than R. It doesn't occur here. R is higher than P. R is higher than P here. R is higher than P here. But P is higher than R, so P gets these 3 votes. Here it occurs here. They get 8 more. That's 11. And here it occurs here. So P winds up getting 16. So P wins again. I'll just put a check mark. And we do that for each of the pairings here. P compared to S. S is higher than P. S is higher than P. S higher than P here. P is higher than S, so P gets 3 points. P is higher than S, so it gets another 8 points. That's 11. And P is higher than S, winds up 16, so P winds up winning again. We compare candidate P to candidate T. T is higher than P. P is higher than T, so P gets 2 points. Or it gets these 2 votes, I should say. T higher than P. P higher than T. So P gets 3 more votes. There's 5. And P and T, so there's 10. So that means that T gets the other 19. So T beats P. So then T wins. We now compare Q and R. Q does not beat R. Q beats R here. That's 2 votes. Does not win here. Does not win here. Wins here. There's 8 more. There's 10. Q and R, there's 15. So Q beats R. 15 or more is the majority. So Q wins. We compare Q versus S. Q does not beat out S here. Does not beat out S here. Does not beat out S here. Nor here. Does here. 8. Does here. Q beats out S, so gets 8 votes here and gets 5 votes here. That's 13. That means that S got the other 16, so S wins here. And then we'll compare Q and T. Q wins here. Q is higher than T, so there's 4 votes. Q is higher than T again, so there's 2 more, that's 6. Q is higher than T here, that's 14. And Q is higher than T here, so that's 19. So Q beats out T. And we just do that for each one. And something here's something interesting to point out. We have P wins here over Q, and P wins over T, but here Q wins over T. So that's just an interesting comparison that we're making here. But here we go through R versus S. R is not higher than S. Not here. Here's R and S here. So R is ranked higher than S, so they get the 7 votes. Not here. Is right here. So here's 8 more. So there's your 15 right there. So, and then RS here. So there's another 20, but R wins. R versus T. R wins here. There's 4, 6, 13, and 5 more. That's 18. So R wins here. And then we compare S and T. T does not win here. T does not win here. But T wins here. Here's 7. T wins here. Here's your 15. There's your majority right there. So then T wins. So we've gone ahead and we've compared each individual candidate with every other candidate. The one with the higher number of ranking votes is awarded a point. We then tally up all the points. So P gets 1, 2, 3 points. Q gets 1, 2 points. R gets 1, 2 points. S gets 1 point. And T gets 1 and 2 points. So because candidate P has the most number of points, P is declared the winner. Now, if you recall from the previous example using the plurality with elimination method, using that method, Q was declared the winner. But using this method, P is now declared the winner. And there we go.